For left-hander, there is a deep point. There's a cover, short cover. There's a mid-off. Not too very sure what's the line of attack that he wants to keep or maintain a tight line of attack, Reza.
Well born, Amy.
Don't think you want to be giving easy singles to the Nepalis.
Well born. Shabba boys, back up the bowler, boys.
They've done well enough. They're looking much more comfortable against the spin of the UAE team.
Well born, Amy.
You're 45 na 45. 40. Chaba yaro, zara best sport bhi karna sath tha. Chaba yaro.
Deep mid wicket comes in. Just a single to end the over. 13 gone, 38 without loss.
There we have the final round of World League matches. There we have the table. These two teams out of contention to qualify for the World Cup qualifiers. You see at the top there, Netherlands and Papua New Guinea have already qualified. 4 teams go through to the World Cup qualifiers in Zimbabwe. Netherlands and Papua New Guinea already booked their place for that trip down to Zimbabwe in March. The 4 lower ranked 4 member nations will also be there. West Indies, Zimbabwe, Afghanistan and Ireland. So 2 places remaining in that qualifier. Shot at the stumps, but I think he was home. Good call.
Yeah, UAE will be a little unhappy with the situation that they find themselves in the Cricket League, the World Cricket League rather. The hosts, they would have expected themselves to do a much better job. The graph of the UAE has been a little up and down in the last few years. They made up to the World Cup as well, but haven't been able to maintain the consistent flow of the young crop coming into the side. The consistency required at the domestic level, or making sure that when they're playing the international level, they'll be a little thinking how can they improve that, since there's such great opportunities like this one being presented there by the ICC, hoping that the associate nations, the best of the 2 coming into the World Cup as well later on, the standard of competition certainly getting improved. So all those teams which started much earlier than teams like especially Nepal or Papua New Guinea would be hoping that they get much better in terms of performances from their teams, and much more consistent as well. 14 gone, 42 without loss.
Papua New Guinea will be going to the qualifiers, and Jason Gillespie, the former Australian player, now a highly respected coach, he's spent a bit of time with Papua New Guinea last few months earlier this year. and very impressed with the talent that's there. Just needs bringing along. If you have a look at that table, Scotland, Hong Kong, Kenya, that's where the final two qualifiers for the qualifiers are going to come from. Kenya really do need to win both their matches. There is a way they can go through by beating Scotland once, but it's a little bit mathematical and complicated. Ideally, they want to beat Scotland twice.
Oh, well balled, Raz. Oh. Well balled, Raza.
Good three
Well balled,
accurate
well
deliveries
balled,
from
Raz.
Raza. At the angle that he's
Shaba Yaro.
getting the ball into the right hand of arm.
एक बोलेंगे
Very
एक
a
बोलने
common
हमें
thing
एक बोलने है
from spinners nowadays that prefer going around the stump, trying to dart
Yes,
the ball in, not offering
Lefty
any
boy,
room
well done, mate.
for the batsmen to free their arms.
आमिर
Well balled, well balled, Raz.
Bowled him.
कर सकती हो आप
Straight
ऐसा कर
ball.
सकती हो।
An opportunity was not there to hit it off the length for Nath. He tried to force a pace. He's been trying to do that all morning, but not having great success. Perishes for 16. Clean bowled by Raza.
First one down for Nepal. And across the line there. Missed it completely, Dilip Nath. Ahmed Raza strikes. He's going to make his way back to the pavilion after scoring 16 of 39. It's 43 for 1 Nepal.
इसका कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं है?
और भाई अंदर नहीं होते
हाँ, नहीं, वो तो अब मैं टेप लगा रहा हूँ।
तो कब लगाओगे
ड्रिंक्स में।
अब ये तो वैसे भी अच्छा लगेगा टीवी पे दिखाना मेरे ख्याल में था कि एक होता है कि ना एक डिजाइनिंग
दो बॉल यूज कर
ये दोनों
दोनों तरफ में
अंदर नहीं, ये वाला जो है छोटा ये
किसी भी नहीं है बंदे भी छोटे छोटे देना पड़ेगा पहनने को दुगना लगा देना पड़ेगा दूरी
इस्तीफा अपनी जेब में
मेरी
Sharad Visakar is the new batsman in for Nepal after Dilip Nath was clean up by Ahmed Raza.
शाबाश।
Been a slow start for Nepal.
थैंक यू
तू ठीक है?
Ahmed Raza had a lot of control.
बादशाह
Got a fifer
खब्बे होके बाहर हो जाओ।
against Afghanistan in the
Shabash.
Intercontinental Cup.
सॉरी सॉरी
शाबाश, 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 शाबाश।
अभी यहाँ पे है ना आ जाओ
Keeps things tight.
Oh, well balled,
Ahmed
Raz.
Raza.
nice over as
And Anjum, even when the Afghans were going after the bowling in general, and they were set, Ahmed Raza was able to keep them quiet. What do you like about Ahmed Raza's bowling?
It's just his accuracy.
still 4 minutes
He's a tall bowler, gets around the wicket, gets the angle going, which is not too difficult if you're not a big turner of the ball. But still making sure that you have to get the ball in the right area. So it's largely got to do with the accuracy of Raza. And that's the reason also that he's picked up the wicket of Nath. Continuing again, Rohan Mustafa. Runs coming slightly more at an easy pace for Nepal. Kaninder Malao there for nearly 50 deliveries. He's seen a lot of it already. New man in, who's probably has the best average amongst all Nepal team batting. Averaging nearly 45 for Sharad. So I do feel that this might be the best pair, if not the second or the third pair, at least the best pair for Nepal team right now. Batting out there.
Pulls away for a single. As their captain Paras Khadka is also a very good batsman. He's talking about captains. Rohan Mustafa bowling medium pace today. It was a surprise to see. We generally see him bowling off spins, which lack flight. He tries to, or prefers to, dart the balls in.
What's his name? Sarad.
Was he running straight? Eventually he was on the pace. Okay.
Well played. Just guided it away. Yes, they haven't lost a wicket, but Nepal, for them, the going has been really slow.
You've covered a lot of games here, Sohaib. What's an average score that a team would be wanting to chase or can be asked to chase?
I think here in the region of 250, 260 is a competitive total. But most of the games have been day and night. There's a dew factor as well, which comes later in the day's play. But here, of course, it's different. For UAE, they'll just hope or try to keep them below 200.
Batting must be becoming certainly much more easier in the second half of the day. Nice conditions to bat. We've seen that in the last 4 days of cricket against Afghanistan as well. The weather becoming slightly more cooler in a different wicket today. We've played this game. Saw a few patches of heavy grass on the wicket. Hasn't been an uneven bounce yet. Sunfield, it's really a nice time to bat.
Well bowled, Ada.
Yes, there was early moisture in the wicket. Good carry to Ramir Hayat and Mohammad Naveed. A polite inquiry by Shabir. But now as it's drying out, it will be easier to bat. Sharad Vesavkar, as you mentioned earlier on as well, that the most established batsman in the side. 17 overs gone, now 49 for 1.
And it'll be the first drinks as well.